Okay. So, I'm on this journey because, to be honest, I don't like my body. I have a hernia, so that's a bump. Then I have, I don't know what doctor calls it, like a sac. I don't know. I think he said once. And I've had 2 C-sections. Twice they had a cut there where my C-section scar is. Once to remove my uterus. Oh, excuse me. And once to remove an ovary. Oh, no, I'm lying. 5 times. They removed the right ovary, then the left ovary. So it's cut there 5 times. So there is scar tissue. Pardon me. Just had some popcorn, as my boss's son calls it, puppy corn. He's 5, he's cute. I want some puppy corn. But, so, if I could afford it, I would love a tummy tuck. Like, I don't want the lips, I don't want the eyebrows, nothing against you if you have them. I just don't want to spend the money on that because, I don't know, my eyebrows are not great, but not terrible. My eyelashes, I don't want things glued on. My eyes, I know a friend who had an allergic reaction, which was really bad with the eyelashes. So my niece had very, very thin eyebrows because that what was in, and then she couldn't grow them back. So she has them, I don't know, microbladed or tattooed. I don't know if that's the same thing. Excuse me, sorry. And well, this bus is late. Wow. So, and I'd like smaller boobs. I'm like an F. So, really, what I'm gonna work on, what I have this Facebook page, Healthier You, and a bunch of exclamations, I think, after it. And I really, this is a kid? Oh my God, a young kid to be walking by themselves. We try to inspire each other, motivate each other. My sister-in-law, when she went to try on dresses for her daughter's wedding, which was March 22nd, she didn't like the way she looked. And her mother said to her in front of her daughters and the groom's mom and grandmothers and her said, well, you're not going to like anything because you don't like the way you look. She was very upset, but yet on the same thing, she said, as hurtful that was, my mother was right. I'm not gonna look good. I'm not gonna look like anything on me because I don't like the way I look. I don't like my body. So she started walking. She did Weight Watchers and started walking. And at that time, I was doing between 5 and 7 miles. And she's like, how are you doing 5 to 7? That's impossible. No way. You got to do something that's sustainable. Well, guess what? Now she does the treadmill in November. She did that and she looked really great. And between the Weight Watchers and the walking, and she's like, guess what? I'm doing 5 miles. So don't think anything is impossible. I was running. People, as soon as the bus pulled away, people are honking their horns behind me. Like, are you serious here? This is what I mean, people. I get sidetracked, especially when I'm driving. Because people annoy me, especially driving. So, okay. So, she looks fabulous. She really does. And so that's on the Healthier You. I asked people on that page, what are some of the things you want to accomplish, or goals that you have, and I said, I posted a picture of myself in this really tight shirt that I wish, because at one point it wasn't that tight, and you could see all my bumps and bulges, and I even did a side view, and I said that I know I'm not going to have a flat stomach. I've had kids, I've had surgeries. I know I'm not going to have a flat stomach, but a much smaller stomach. I will have this bump, once the doctor takes care of my hernia. So I'm like, okay. Then I would like no back boobs. And my flabby arms toned up, which I already started looking on YouTube for some exercises. I saw one today with exercise bands, which I do have, and it's like you put your hand here and you pull your arm out, and then you switch, obviously. And I was stopped there. That's all I could do, but then I had to go. So that's one. Like I said, up like this, out, I can only use one hand. Up and down, the butterfly, I think they call it. I have 3 pounds and 5 pound weights. So I learned this a long time ago from somebody at Living Well Lady, believe it or not, way dating myself. Some of you were like, what? I'd never heard of that. It was a woman's gym, and they said to me, it's not about the weights. Don't increase your weights, increase your reps. So that's why I'm sticking with the 3 pounds until I get my arms where I want. Then I'm going to increase to 5 pounds, because then I want to build muscle. So for now, I want to just get rid of it, tone it. So more reps, increase my reps each time. So flabby arms, smaller thighs, smaller ass. And I didn't say anything about my boobs because I don't know why, I don't seem to lose weight there. When I was going to a gym that measured you and everything, she's like, oh, here I go yawning. I haven't yawned all day. I know you probably think I'm lying, but it's the truth. When I was getting married, she's like, oh, good news. You lost, 1/4 inch here, 1/2 inch there, whatever. And she says, but you didn't lose anything in your boobs. I'm like, really? And she's like, why? Oh, women usually don't want to lose there. When you're like, I thought it was a triple D. I finally got measured, and I'm an F. And this one is smaller than this one because I had a tumor removed from here. So I did it so fast because I was so nervous. Ooh, excuse me. I think that was a hiccup. I hope I'm not going to have hiccups now. That will really suck. But really don't know why I'm yawning so much. It's a very dreary day here in New Jersey. It's just really like drab day. Looks like it's going to rain. Rain, stormed. Did it last night? No, Monday night. But, so, I don't know. It just feels very damp and like cloudy, and maybe it'll rain again. I don't know. But, so, I didn't want to wait because it was they determined it was precancerous. So I'm like, get it out. Found it April 4th, removed it May 6th. I know. the April 4th I can remember because 4/4. The May 6th I can remember because it was my cousin's her and her first husband's wedding anniversary, and it's the day my daughter made communion. So I was very thrilled, thrilled that they would move. The doctors moved so quickly. But in turn, if I would have waited, it was rapidly growing, and I did not want to wait when they said that. And they could have went through insurance. It could have took short time, whatever, to kind of reduce this one. Would I love this to be reduced? I'd love to be reduced to maybe a double D. I don't want to be so reduced that people are like, oh, what happened to her boobs? That's not my goal. So a double D, when you're an F, borderline G, if that's even a thing. Yeah, double D. Whoo-wee. You feel, I'm sure I'd feel a lot better. And it could probably get approved through insurance, I've been told, because of, it causes back problems and everything, and they can, now insurance is realizing, so I don't know. So that's what I'd like to change. And this, you see these jowls? There is a thing, Richard Simmons, God rest his soul, he would say, this is a freaking cop, yes. Oh, I'm doing the speed limit. He would say to do face exercises, and one of them, can't remember the others, is A-E-E-I-O-U. And it's supposed to. I don't know if it really does. Is this guy fucking kidding me? The speed limit is 35. He's beeping at me because I'm doing fucking like 40. Like, are you mother freaking kidding me? God forgive me. Sorry for the language. But a cop just passed us. I know going the other way, but are you freaking kidding me? So, yes. So, I don't know if it works. A-E-I-O-U. So, and I used to do it because I had an album, vinyl as they call it, these days, that was a Richard Simmons exercise one. So, and it was very good. And try not to touch my ears. I noticed in my videos I touch my ears, my face, and I'm constantly doing this when I'm in the car. But yes. And so, if you could change something about yourself, is there anything you want to change about yourself? I mean, my sister-in-law had a deviated septum, and at the same time they did like a little nose job because she did not like her nose. And funny thing was, when my niece was born, she's like, oh my God, I think she has my nose. And her sister, almost sister, like, you don't even have your nose. So that was cute. That was funny. And I know other people that have had that done. And Jennifer Grey actually said she regrets her nose job because it made her look so different. And in Hollywood, that's not a good thing. And I've started to listen to her book on tape, but then, well, these other books, like from my book club and my series, got in the way. So I'm hoping eventually I can get back to it, and I'll have to re-listen to it. And I think, like, she was saying, like, she had sex very young, if I'm remembering correctly. But so, and believe it or not, I was a size 7'8" before I had children. So I always thought I was heavy. That's another thing. When you look back at old pictures, do you not say, oh my God, I wish I was heavy as I thought I was then? Like, I want to be that heavy because you're thinner. But I grew up with siblings that were skin and bones. That's it. No meat on their bones. So, and I was average, so I always felt heavier. Then, like junior year into I did put on some weight, and then I just started walking. I mean, I walked 4 times around, which I walked down, almost down the whole length of this street that went through our town, then across the beach, then up Main Street, and the town that I walked, it was 1 square mile. So I didn't quite start at the highway for the first street, but going across, that must have been a mile. Walking up, that was a mile. Then I did cut across the highway, and then I did cut down, and then I just did this and walked and walked, and then by the 3rd time I would cut across. So, but I was still going a mile this way, but I wasn't quite doing a whole mile that way. Probably 3/4 of a mile, to be honest. This guy, what are you doing? Thank you. And probably 3/4 of a mile. 3/4 of a mile down the street that way. Then across was a mile. Then 3/4 of a mile, and then a mile across this way. And I did that the first 2 times, like I said. It was 3/4 of a mile across the beach, a mile up Main Street, a mile across the highway to this street, then a mile down. So I had to do over 4 miles a night. So it was probably like 5 miles, maybe a little more. We didn't have pedometers then. So, and I lost the weight, and everybody's like, oh my God, you look great, whatever. And I had a salad for lunch, a salad for dinner, and to be honest, I don't remember what for breakfast. Probably cereal, if I even ate breakfast, which is not the healthiest. Not. Now I've been doing oatmeal for breakfast every morning. I bought a big box of maple and brown sugar, and then a box of plain, because I like to mix the plain with the brown sugar, because the brown sugar, 2 packets, is way too sweet for me. So yes, so that's one of the things. I do have eggs. I might make myself an omelet for dinner tonight, because I have some cheese. I have a triangle, good size, of Parmesan, and I have mozzarella. I have spinach, and if you're not stopping, you're crazy. So I have spinach, mushrooms. I don't know if the mushrooms are still good. So I think I'm just gonna do spinach and cheese. So that's what I'll do, an omelet. And I don't put water or milk in it. I just do like 3 eggs, which seems like a lot. And I'll probably mix some eggs in my dog's chicken dinner thing that I make her. Yes, I cook for my dog, because she didn't want to eat any of the dog food, and she just, I don't know why. So now I did chicken up until Friday, like chicken. It's actually chicken kebabs, but they're frozen, Walmart brand, and that did like 2 weeks. I haven't been giving her rice because she was like getting sick, and I don't know if it was too much rice, so I will go back to the rice, but maybe not as much rice. And I was buying 2 pounds of rice at the dollar store for $1.25, so that's cheap. I really don't eat much meat myself. That's why eggs, protein. I get a 5-pound thing of peanut butter delivered, and I like to do apples and peanut butter for a snack. And you know, I like to try new recipes if you've seen any of my videos. So, oh my gosh, As soon as the light turns green, I started to go, which I'm crossing a highway, an intersection. But people already started beeping their freaking horns. Like, people are so freaking impatient. Oh my God. But, so, to get back. So, I really, like I said, these jowls, I don't like when people lose weight and then they're wrinkly and saggy. And I'm trying to avoid that. That's why my legs are being, worked with the walking, and I'm so proud of myself jogging a little bit. So my flabby arms, I have to start doing those, and I would do those sitting there watching TV. I haven't really been watching much TV. I did watch The Pit. Noah Wiley, that could be his name. Noah Wiley, the one from ER. Very good show. I binge watched it. That's one of the things I did this weekend. Binge watched that. But yeah, so I really, like I said, my stomach's smaller. I know I'm never gonna, even my sister, who's thin, like does boot camp classes and 5 o'clock every morning and won her challenge. She was the grand prize winner and all this. She still has like a little, not a big by any means, but a little muffin top. So as you get older, you can't, I see some women and they have flat stomachs, and I know they've had kids, and I'm like, how did you do that? I used to go to Living with a Lady like every day, just about, like at least 6 days a week. And I wish I didn't, I had to kind of give it up because I was on bed rest with my son. I should have went back to it. I didn't. I just canceled my membership. I was walking a lot, and I did lose a lot of weight for my brother's wedding and sister-in-law's wedding after I had my son. And even the lady at the church was like, I ordered you an 18. Why did I order you an 8? I said, because I told you I just had a baby and I was going to lose the weight. But you said you had to order what size I was. So that was very, for my other sister's wedding, my younger sister's wedding, I did not lose the weight. I did not. And I felt like a big fat blimp. I really was not happy. So A-E-I-O-U. Wait, O-U. I know, it's weird. A-E-I-O-U. So that's how you do it. Oh, that does hurt in here. So I guess it does do something. I'm hoping. Because I sit there, I do that. Even when I'm walking on the, out there, I'll be doing it. People will be looking at me like, weirdo. But I don't do it a lot. I need to do it more. But, oh, wow, I can feel it in my muscles here. And then, so, my flabby arms, my thighs, my ass, and this chin. So, and my stomach, I want to do these exercises, which I cannot show you. Impossible to show you. But it's like you sit and your legs are bent. You lay down, your legs are bent, and then you lift your butt up in the air and down, up and down, up and down. And then I found some chair ones on YouTube. YouTube is fabulous for exercises. So if you don't want to go, if you don't like to go to the gym, if you can't afford to go to the gym, don't want to go to the gym, you're not comfortable going to the gym, if you, it's, these are exercises. I found so many, even walking things, and on this, and lazy chair exercises that help. So they say. I haven't tried them, so I can't tell you. My sister-in-law did do, in case it was raining or it was too hot, because they live in Florida, my brother and sister-in-law. She would do a YouTube walking thing for 20, well, it was 20 minutes, but she did it twice at first. And then I'm sure she did it longer. So, but yeah. So when she started getting up in the morning doing a 10-minute one twice, and then when she couldn't walk outside. So, but a walking pad, it's cheap. Mine was only $99, and it was really, really, like, it's great. It just doesn't have the handles to hold on to. I have to admit, after like walking, running, when I do stop, I feel, ooh, a little lightheaded. Not, I don't know, lightheaded is the word, or dizzy, you know, kind of like when someone's used to spin you around, or you spin yourself around on a chair, you get, whoa, you got to get your bearings. I think because I'm not holding on to anything, and I really wish there was something I could, like, portable, that I could collapse and then open and walk, you know, put it on each side and walk and go with it. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I still have my poppy corn, Skinny Pop, and I have veggie straws, which supposedly are not the best for you. But I also actually watched a YouTube video on how to get more people to watch your video. It says change the file name, which I always put a name, so I have to go in. Keywords. Change the file name of the thumbnail, which I didn't even know that was a thing. Only 2 to 3 sentences, use keywords. And they say to Google what you're talking about so, I mean, I don't remember the woman's name, so I'm sorry. Playlist, automatically not for kids, or else it goes to kids. Show more, auto something in places, add tags, which I did not know, embedding categories, call to action, questions, and pin it. I don't know. Those are just my short little notes that I'm hoping I remember from watching the video when I go to post the video. So we will see, people. So I really didn't need this. It's just like a glare. It's weird. There's a lot of birds, which means a storm. Crap. Although I do like to sleep during a thunderstorm. Like, it helps put me to sleep. So, but yeah. So if anybody like to share any recipes that are healthy, anything, any exercises, any YouTube channels that they found helpful with exercise, whether it be chair exercises or sitting exercises, flabby arm exercises, tummy exercises, face exercises before the, you know, other than the Richard Simmons, AEIOU, any of that, any channels that have healthy recipes, I'm always up for. I do try to search, and I subscribe to several, but always looking for new stuff. And as you know, I try and I experiment with things that I have in the house. Kind of like, what is that? Oh, it's the one. I don't even know what it's called anymore. The chef, and they give them ingredients, and then they have to make something including those ingredients, but I don't know. But yeah, so, and share if, like, you had flabby arms and you found something that helps your flabby arms. And I think I said this already. Thighs. I was called Thunder Thighs. Oh, my receipt for work. Need to put that in there. Can't lose it. Thunder Thighs. Buffalo Butt. Fat Bottom Girl from Queen. Thank you. So, I always, this one guy that I knew, he starts, I hear this horn behind me, and I might have told the story already, so if I haven't, forgive me. beep, 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 beep. And I'm hearing this. And then he pulls, like, and then he goes, hey. And I'm like, oh. And I was like, oh, wow. How'd you know it was me? And he go, I know that ass anywhere. So I was known for my sisters had flat ass. So I guess I've been told to have I was told in my younger days, my teenage years and my 20s, before I had children, that I did have a nice ass. So, and I wasn't this big boobed when I had kids. I started out as a D, then after my son double D, after my daughter triple D, and then grew from there. So I don't know what to tell you, but yes. So please share. Any and all shares, suggestions are very welcome. All right. Talk to you later. Bye.